Hi everyone, welcome back. We're just going to do a quick tips and tricks video. Well, it may not be quick, but just a couple of things that a few users have raised that I'd like to cover just to make it a lot easier for when you first start using the app. Now basically I think once we're signed in, I think the first and foremost thing is getting your location set up and making sure that that is good. So basically if we go to, we're sitting on the dashboard here, if we go to settings, and obviously this is the PC version. If we reduce this down, I can bring it back to the mobile looking screen, which would be similar to this. So you would have your what we call the menu up here, the burger menu up here, and then you would have your drop down menu, your settings, and basically making sure that this is all filled in. Now making sure that your time zone is good is important, because that's for your weather reports. If you're asking Finn for your weather reports and or tides, moon phases, things like that, that's so Finn knows to apply those presets basically within that for your location. And then in the Finn page, see we're on the PC version. This is actually a drop down menu, but because we're on the PC version, the text is white. And if I push this out, we can see the text is white. So yeah, you will, on the mobile version, you will be able to see that drop down menu. So basically if we go to Ask Finn, there, up here again is your location. If it says enable location, then go ahead and do that. That is very important, especially if you're in New Zealand and Australia for rules and regulations. I have covered this in a previous video. And also make sure that your region is good. This will change, this region will change if you're in Australia or up in the islands, at Coral Sea, so on and so forth. So we'll start here with Finn because we're here. So basically you can ask Finn anything. It's not really just for basic things. You can go in and ask Finn a weather report, or a regulation for your area, or even another area, or you could ask Finn what the weather is doing tomorrow, how the chop will be tomorrow, how to cook a fish, all sorts, fish species, identification. If you've caught a fish you don't know what it is, post a photo here and through this button here, and it'll take you to either your gallery or your camera, and do that. So the other thing to bear in mind again, and I have covered this in another video, is that this chat is only for this chat. There is no retention of this chat memory. So once this chat is closed or refreshed, that's it, you're basically starting again. And we've had to do that because of just data. Basically it's a huge amount of data to keep for everybody, or all of the users. So that's that. So back in the dashboard, the other thing that I'll cover is tackle box. This, I think a lot of people were thinking that they want to pre-fill everything that they have in their tackle box. What this is for is basically for quicker catch logging. So this is for when you're adding a catch, logging catch either here or in the mobile version. This center button, which is log a catch, will take you to the log catch page. That information is pre-filled in here. So whatever you change in here or in your menu will automatically be pre-filled in here, so you don't have to fill this in every time. If you change it in, we can cancel that and we can go back to our menu, dashboard, tackle box. My mouse is getting a bit worn out, I think. We can change this to lures. We can change this to trolling. It could be, I don't know, kawaii, extreme. Oops, man, my typing's bad today. You know, and then save those changes. And then basically when you go back to here, for your bait and method, boom, it's there. So you can change this on the fly, like if you're in the boat and you're still trolling for whatever, and you change your bait while you're waiting for, you know, while your line's out the back or whatever, change that, you know, if you change to something else, and then that way it's there. For me personally, I predominantly do either live bait or plastics or trolling. So for me, I'm certainly not doing all three at the same time. Usually I might be casting or drifting with soft plastics, and then I'll have the soft bait that I'm using in here. And you know, when I change that, you know, I can either change it here or go back when I'm having a beer at the end of the day and going through my catch logs. I can change it then, you know, or whatever. Now, the other thing that I will mention while we're here is that this whole process should take 20 seconds or less. Basically, open, you know, when you've caught a fish, open this, open the app if it's not already. Hit your camera button. I mean, obviously, because it's taking us to this. It will open your camera, take your photo. It will analyze the photo, and then from there, you don't have to do anything further. Hit save. As long as this is green, your location, and then you can, if you want to, select kept or released, look at the size if you want to, but I generally don't. The location will already be pre-saved when this is green. If it's not, there'll be a red, if you're in an area that's hard on GPS, there'll be a red thing here to retry, so you can retry that if you like, or again you can go back at the end of the day and edit this information. But so basically when you're logging the catch, open the app, take the photo, the AI will analyze it, it will pre-fill the species, and then save. That's it. Go back to fishing. That's it. If you want to, if you've got time, you know, check this information. You generally don't have to. Check this information, and you know, if you want to share that location that's shared, again, this is editable later on. So that's save catch. Locations. Back to the dashboard. Locations. When you're adding locations, you can add a location via a map. So you can go to your location preview. This will give you a map. You can zoom in. You can lay your pin anywhere you want. Take note of the lat and longitude. You don't have to put this in manually. You can just move it. That is already pre-filled. It's in there. It's done. So you can do that. You can call it Sydney. Hitting this will take you back to your location of where you are. I'm up north here, so that's where it's done it. So, but if we pre-fill Sydney and then we go down, we can save it. You can put in a water body type if you wish, or put a note there. Maybe you spotted a reef or something to that effect. You can keep it private or not. You can share with your group. Save the location. Boom, it's done. Very quick and easy. I did have people who were a little confused about this as to how to do it. You don't necessarily have to save the weather in there. You can if you want, personally, unless it's for a no-catch situation, which is going to be our next cover. Yeah, there's no point doing that. Check these guys out. If you're ever up in Niue, check out Sea Turtle Charters. Awesome. They get the fish on the deck, man. It's all they really good. They're on Facebook. Check them out. Now, the other thing that I wanted to cover was groups. I don't see a lot of you signing up to this. Possibly not got your mates involved yet. That's fine. Later on, when you get a few of you involved, groups, really handy tool. So what you can do is go into schools. We've called it schools for obvious reasons. Now you can add people into your school. You first create a school. So give it a name, a description if you like, and then create a school. This is a school that is already in. You can add people in by inviting to group, the email address. Now, if you can invite people that do not have the app installed yet, you can still send them an email to invite. They'll get an email, they'll install the app and go from there. You can see, as if it's your group, you can edit the group, you can kick people out or add people in, whatever you like to do. You can delete the group, or you can see who's in the group. At the moment, I've got no mates. But basically, the whole point of the school is that if you don't get out that often, and you've got a couple of mates that do, they can be logging their information in. So if you go back to your locations, you will see locations in here, and they will actually be purple as the color, and they are shared locations from the guys or the girls that you have in your school. Those locations are taken into account. Let's go back to the dashboard for your recommendations. So what is happening, if they're in your area, of course, they are strengthening the locations of where you are being directed to go, or where you're being suggested to go. So, look, basically it's going to send you to the best location based on your fishing methods. The more you log, the better it gets. The more you log and the more that you use Finn, the little robot guy down here, the more you talk to him, it's going to improve the whole situation. Okay, so that's schools. Now, the other thing, the last thing I wanted to caught, nothing caught. Very important to do. Look, it's fishing. We're not saying we've got a magic bullet for anything, but if you don't catch something, if you've gone to this area, you're right here, you're drifting, you've anchored, or whatever you want to do, you've trolled through, you didn't get a gurnard, or you didn't get anything, or there's nothing going on. Really important, nothing caught is actually quite a good situation. What this does is it tells the AI to reconfigure its algorithm in the recommendation cards, which are these cards. So putting in nothing caught, too windy, whatever, will basically almost teach it to reconfigure that location based on the weather parameters, if that makes sense. So if you are here and it's saying the wind is, it's 2 knots, gusts of 10, and this is orange because it's a swell of 9.9. If that was under 0.5, you would get a green. So that's why that's there. you would get a green border. If it was, you know, over 15 knots, you would be getting over 20 knots, you would be getting a red border, so on and so forth. So basically, if the wind was from the south, and I think, what did that wind say we were? 263. So yeah, so basically we're in easterly. If the wind was coming from the south, because you're here, you're behind a headland, and obviously south is this way, coming this way, you're behind a headland, so you're protected. So that all goes into the weather parameters. It's very, very clever. I can't stress enough how much tech is in this app. So that's it, guys and girls, if you're watching. You know, like I keep saying, keep logging those locations. Sit at home at night and, you know, if you've got locations that are there, import your locations from your fish finder, you know, via the SD if you've got a late model fish finder. That's all done through the settings page, and again, we're not going to see it because it's here, but basically through the import button, and then you can bring it over to your computer and import your waypoints, and those will all end up in your locations, and then from there you can add catch data if you want. But that's it, guys. Thanks for watching. If you've got any questions, just email. I'll pick it up as quick as I can, and I'll reply to you as quick as I can. Yeah, get out there. Tied lines.